See? Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this evening with us. This is our Get to Know You interview with Valerie Muzquiz, and she is our National Sales Manager for NPUSA. And it's so wonderful to see so many people joining from across the country to hear this wonderful interview that we're going to be able to do with her. We're going to find out where she's from, what she did in her past lives. We're going to find out how she got involved with NP, where she sees us going with this company, where the company is going to be going, that she sees us going and headed, and what she can do to help all of us be extremely successful with Naturally Plus. So without further ado, I'd like to bring Valerie on up to join me. And let's see, all right. Hi,
Hello.
Val.
Hi, Kathy. How are ya? Hello, everyone. So happy to be here.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
No,
So you are located in the Windy City, Chicago, right?
absolutely right. Yes.
And you've been there
Beautiful
now.
30 degrees here right now.
Okay, it's like 80 here in Hawaii. It was a little warm.
I'm so jealous.
Normal weather, right, for Hawaii. I can't wait for you to come and meet all of us here in Hawaii. When are you coming out?
I want to come. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully next year, but I would love to come. As a matter of fact, we're talking the other day that we never had. I have never had the opportunity to get to know Hawaii. It will be my very first trip to Hawaii. So I'm excited.
It'll be awesome. We will definitely give you the best hospitality. You will definitely feel the warm aloha spirit when you come and visit us for sure.
Yay!
And so we look forward to having you here and spending time with us when we're able to meet in person again. Have you even been to the office in Las Vegas, our headquarters?
No. As a matter of fact, I was talking to somebody this week and I said, well, you know what? It's funny that you mentioned when am I going to go to the Las Vegas office? Because I've never been. I have never met anybody. Nobody I have met in person from Naturally Plus. Not
Isn't
Ellen,
that
nobody.
crazy? So how did they find you? Did they find you through a recruiter, or like, was it monster.com, or how did we find you? Because with the pandemic, I don't know how people are finding employees nowadays.
Well, I think LinkedIn is a great resource for professionals, and a lot of people, the network marketing industry is a very small industry. So people know each other. It's a small world. So so people know each other, refer each other, but yes, they approach me. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So basically a headhunter found you.
Yes.
And we're so lucky. We love that headhunter.
Yay! I love that headhunter too. I love to be part of NPUSA.
Yeah. So you've been now with NPUSA for about, what, 3 months? Is that about right?
A little, almost 4 months.
Almost
the end
4
of this
months.
month is going to be 4 months.
Oh, okay. So July is when you joined.
The end of July. Mm-hmm.
End of July. Okay. Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right? And I know you're learning our company. I know that you've already learned our comp plan, because you've been going over our comp plan a lot. Every week now, you've been having meetings for us to be able to share. So I really appreciate that. That's been really awesome. A lot of us have grown our teams because of that, and also because you've added on the Spanish flair. I love it. So I don't understand Spanish, but I had the opportunity to sit in on some of her webinars in Spanish, and I love it. I wish I understood the language, because she's so cute when she speaks her native tongue. Like, wow, it's fun. But that's the thing about right, Spanish people are good fun. I can't wait to meet you in person so we can party together.
Me too. Well, you're not Spanish, but you're so much fun too.
So, hey, Val, do you have any children?
I do. I have one daughter.
And How old is
She's
she? 5?
22 years old.
22.
And let me actually, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share a picture of her
Yes, please
um, eh,
do.
on Facebook because I
Facebook
wasn't
her.
prepared, but right here, this is her.
Oh,
The one in the
cute.
middle. Yes, her name is Rebecca.
Ah,
And she's actually attending Iowa State University right now and will be graduating in May.
congratulations.
Very proud of her. Yeah,
That's
environmental
awesome.
science
So I'm sorry, what is her major?
major.
Environmental science?
Yes.
I'm so glad that she has a major that she'll have a position. She'll have a position even during this pandemic. So that's awesome that she picked that field.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
She's excited. She actually wants to do an internship as a in the West Coast. She wants to be a park ranger for Yosemite.
That's so cool.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
Hmm.
Yosemite. I went to Yosemite when I was in college because I was living in California, and it's so beautiful. So I think being a park ranger there would be awesome just to have that experience and be able to see all the animals, especially those that come out at night. You know that normally sometimes they close it down and you can't see them. So I think that that would be awesome.
Well, I have a story for you. Can I share it
Yes.
about my daughter? So every time I use, because with my job and my, what I do, I used to travel a lot before the pandemic, about 80% of my time. So I made a commitment with her. I'm a single mom. So every time I used to travel, and every time that I travel to a new location, I will go and work and everything. And then I will come back, and our next vacation, I will plan to take her there, right? So she was about, I'm gonna say, like 14 years old. She wanted to go to New York. She wanted to go shopping, go to New York City, Manhattan. She was into all of that, right? And I said, where are we going? I'm like, oh, we're going to Fresno. Like, what's in Fresno? Oh, I'll surprise you. I'll surprise you. We're gonna go to Fresno. She had no idea. She thought I was gonna take her like shopping to the fancy stores and stuff, right? No, we went to Fresno. But I told the people, I said, well, how far is Yosemite from Fresno? And it was
Mm.
a 45-minute drive. I'm like, oh, that's not bad at all. So that's where we're gonna go. So I said, okay, we're gonna go and surprise you 45 minutes. But nobody ever told me that it's 45 minutes to enter the park.
Oh yeah.
Once you enter the park,
He's
you
gotta
have to go
control.
up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. And my daughter was like furious. Like she was like furious. So 2.5 hours later, we actually get to where they have the sequoias, right? So I parked
Oh,
the car. She
beautiful.
didn't even want to talk to me at that point. She was like so upset because who in the world planted these damn trees here, like in the middle of nowhere? Like whose idea was it, right? So so we get there and like, oh, we're almost here. No, 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 we're not almost there. The driving part ended, but now the walking part started.
Now you gotta go see the waterfalls.
So once we actually got there, like she was so mad, and I said, you know what, baby, one day you're gonna come back and you're gonna say to your grandkids, I saw the sequoias. I had the privilege to see
That's
the
right.
sequoias that you're not gonna probably have the privilege to see anymore. So you're gonna thank me once. And she said that actually that trip helped her select her major because she yes, because now she's all
Aww,
into forestry and trees, and so that's the story.
that's awesome.
Hmm.
So I lived in Sacramento because I went to school at Cal State Sacramento. That's where I got my degree in accounting from. And I, at that time, and some of you are too young to know what a Thomas Guide is, but a Thomas Guide is a book that has all of the directions of where to go and how to, all the streets and all that kind of stuff. And so through the Thomas Guide and going to AAA and getting maps, I mistakenly recalculated the time from Sacramento to Yosemite as being a couple of hours. It
You
was more
ballparked it
like
at a couple of hours.
it was more like 6 hours because
Wow.
by the time we reached, it's 4 hours, and then you gotta drive.
I'm telling you, right? Nobody tells you that once you enter the park, you have another 2 hours more to go.
Yes. So
Crazy.
it was so crazy. So I totally understand and get that because I was there. I was totally there and I didn't have enough food and water. Good thing we weren't totally hiking. So anyway, I love that. I love that story. So
Mhm.
let's see, what else did I want to ask you? Oh, what is your background with MLMs? Like what did you do in before prior to NP? Prior to us being able to find you?
Mhm. I actually started. I was born and raised in Mexico City. Okay, and I actually came with my mom here in 1990. My parents are divorced, so I decided to go and do college with him. So I went and moved back with him. I did my college in Mexico City, and then I wanted to come and get kind of some experience and also practice my English. So I came here to Chicago and started looking for companies. I wasn't really looking for anything. My major was marketing, so I have a bachelor's degree in marketing, but I wasn't really looking for something marketing related. I was just looking for an opportunity that will allow me to get my feet in the door, and happened to be with an MLM company. Happened to be
Oh,
with an MLM company. So all my career, I have never worked for any other company that's not an MLM company. Yeah, so that was
wow.
20 years ago.
Were you ever a distributor at any time in your career?
Yes, yes, because I actually had no sales experience. When I was working with the MLM company, I worked with them for 14 years, and happens to be that I started like loving MLM, and I wanted to do more. As a matter of fact, I they wanted to position me to lead the Hispanic market. But they told me, unfortunately, they couldn't give me the position in the sales department because I needed sales experience. So they allow me to do be a member for 2 years, 2.5 years. I was a member.
Wow.
So yes, I sold. Yes, I did parties because that's what we did. I actually carry all my totes and went to have a demonstration, uh, and set up and got bookings, and did one-on-one interviews at coffee places. I went to every single festival here in Chicago. There was a festival, I was there. Weekends, nights, evenings, holidays. So I have done it, and in about a period of year, in the first year, we did about 140 members just in my team. We grew by 140 people.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's amazing. How many years ago was that?
Ooh, that was 1990. No, like 2000, 2010.
Oh, 10 years ago. It's a long time
About
ago.
10 years
Wow.
ago.
So you did vendor booths,
I did lots
a
of vendor.
lot of vendor booths.
Yes, there's actually an area in Chicago. There's very Hispanic, because Chicago is a very segmented place where you have the Italian area, and then you have the Asian area, and then you have the African American community, and so on, right? Um, well, there's an area for Latinos actually called 26th Street, and on 26th Street, I used to take we used to have dollar recipe books. Okay, this was a cooking tool company, so I will go with my catalogs and put a label, one of those neon labels that I will put on top of each catalog, and I'll say, um, if you're interested, call me and I'll give you a free recipe book. And I will go like the newspaper lady every Monday delivering my catalogs at all the laundromats, at all the doctor offices, at all the little stores, and deliver my catalogs. Yes, and I used to do like probably like 3 or 4 demonstrations a week.
A lot,
Yeah.
a lot. So, given that you've been doing that you did MLMs actually as a distributor or an affiliate or whatever they called it for your company,
Hmm.
and comparing it to NP, what have you noticed, with all of your experience, what have you noticed the differences is between Naturally Plus and other MLMs that you've been a part of, that you've noticed? or that you've I guess researched even, what have you noticed are the differences?
That's a great question, Kathy, because I honestly think that, um, and with my experience, sometimes people are just looking for a job, but I'm not an individual that's just looking for a job. I tend to be very passionate and give everything to the company that I select. So I personally selected Naturally Plus because, first of all, the tagline that you guys have, which is integrity. To me, that's very important, and I wanted to be part of a company that values integrity. Meeting Mr. Tajima-san was a big aha for me. The fact that he is not uh, like many other CEOs that's not involved, or that you have to, get in line for 2 hours to just get an autograph for him or a picture.
Right.
And it's the selective few that get it, right? You actually never get to speak to him, and he's so hands-on and so approachable, and the fact that he had done the business too, and he understands the member side, and he always advocates for members. That was a big plus for me. As it pertains to the compensation plan, I think the compensation plan to me was important because we're only of the health and wellness industry companies, the top companies here in the States. We're one of the two companies that have a binary plan that are on the top 50 on the DSA. And even more so, I fell more in love when I found out that MP gives a lot more than just the average company does. On average, the companies pay 35%, 40% of the money earned through the sale of the products back to the distributors. We do 56%. We're the only company in the States that does 56% back to the members. And that is huge. We're not talking about 1%, we're talking about over 10% increase. And
Right.
to me, that's a big plus. That makes a difference.
Wow. I didn't realize that it was that high. I thought it was 40 to 50 at one point, but I know Tajima-san had told me before because I had asked him, but I forgot. And that's true. We are one of the largest, or one of the largest
We
paying,
are
highest,
Kathy, I'm sorry to correct you, the
the
like.
highest paying commission-based MLM. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. I mean, Mr. Tajima, like you said too, yeah, he is very approachable. When we're able to travel again, those of you that are new to Naturally Plus, you will, if he's able to come to your city, you will be able to meet him in person. And he's so personable. He's so down to earth. So is Mr. Inaba, the owner of the company. He's extremely down to earth. Mr. Nagoshi as well, who's the Naturally Plus global president. All of these corporate executives are very approachable. Like Val, as you can see, Val's extremely approachable. You have a problem, she'll solve it. Just tell her
I'll try,
she'll
you
figure
guys.
it out.
I'll try.
She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. If not, she'll ask Ellen, and Ellen will help her out. They're a very good team. I've worked with both of them, and both of them together, and they're a really good team. So, Mr. Tajima selecting Valerie and loving Valerie, and Mr. Ono commending and saying that Valerie is one of the only people that he actually respects in the industry and totally can learn from is huge. So if these gentlemen are saying that about Valerie, she's top notch. She's top notch, and what she's saying is accurate. So it's really amazing. That's why a lot of us with Naturally Plus, we love Naturally Plus, right? We're all fans because of it. Also, what else did you notice that was a difference between NP and other MLMs? I mean, I know that we have a very diverse group of members, as well as a diverse group of executives across the globe. How does that differ from some of the other MLMs that you've been a part of?
I think actually that is one of the things that we have to be very, very proud about, because it's not only that we live here in the States, that we're an immigrant country, right? We welcome immigrants from all over the world,
Mhm.
but but not every company embraces our diversity.
It's true.
And what I have noticed, and Naturally Plus, is that to us, people are people. We embrace diversity. We actually welcome diversity. For God's sakes, we do opportunity events in 3 languages. My goodness. And we want to do it more. I mean, we always looking to bring new people, new cultures. What I have known is that you guys are so open arms, welcoming of everybody, and I'm just very, very proud to be part of this company. I am.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, I think for a lot of us, we have seen you, because you came and added on that Spanish flair. I think a lot of people are really happy because there are a lot of people across the country that speak Spanish, and they didn't have somebody that was able to help them with that. So I think that our Spanish speaking teams will start to grow. I have some members, in the mainland that they have friends that speak Spanish, or is more comfortable actually listening to the opportunity in Spanish than in English, although they're bilingual. So I think that that's going to really help a lot of our teams across the country grow. So I'm really, really glad that that adds another layer for us.
And if I can say something, Kathy,
Yeah.
because this is important, although I know when I started, a lot of people only approach me about Spanish. I'm very proud to be Latina, very, very proud of my heritage and my background, but I'm here to support the growth of the states. I'm here to support everybody that's doing this business in the United States, regardless whether you speak Spanish or not. So I want you to see me as a resource for your business. Yes, the resource is also bilingual and she speaks Spanish, so I can help with that part. But I just want you to know that don't think that I can only help you with a Spanish prospect, because I can do way more than that. In regards to the Spanish market, yes, we've been having, and thank you all who are here, who have invited people. We are actually doing like 30 people a week. Every week, we're talking to about 30 people who are interested, who want to learn more about NPUSA in Spanish. So keep bringing them on. My only recommendation that I have, if you do want to tap into the Latino market, and any other market that's cultural, that speaks a different language, is you want to go first for the bilingual people. Because as much as I can bring them, and this is a relationship business, they will need your support, and they will need to communicate with you. And if you cannot communicate with them, then they're not going to grow. So it's important to always, if it's the first time that you want to, that's an area of growth. I want to develop that market. The first person that you bring on board, it has to be somebody bilingual, somebody that will be able to be the liaison between the non-English speakers and you.
Thank you. That's actually really good. I mean, for a lot of us, we need the support. We need the support. And for you to be so approachable, I really appreciate that from, all of us here in Hawaii, so far away from you. And I know people in the continental United States that you've been able to reach out to them a little easier because of the time difference. But now that we're only 4 hours apart, it's a lot easier.
I'm telling you, Kathy, I did struggle. I'm going to be very honest. You're going to learn that from me. I am honest. At the beginning, I'm like, Hawaii, okay, Hawaii, how many hours? 5 hours. So that means that if I do a training at 7, at their time, it's going to be midnight. My time, like, oh, but I don't work till midnight. I have to sleep. So, but I'm getting used to it. I have changed my schedule to accommodate and be able to support. And I know that the Hawaii membership hasn't seen too much of me, so I really appreciate this opportunity, Kathy. But I want you to know, every member, NPUSA in Hawaii, please, this is going to be the first of many times that we're going to be seeing each other, because I'm going to start doing a lot more trainings and events with you guys via Zoom, and hopefully in person one day.
Yes, hopefully in person sooner than later. So, we've kind of covered quite a bit of questions that I already had on my schedule, but, how with the state of, the business of network marketing, how do you think the pandemic has affected network marketing?
I like that question. And I really like that question because people, it's perceived, right? Because of all the information that we get fed through the TV, the internet, that things are not as good. So a lot of people are hurting economically. So a lot of businesses, like for example, the hospitality business, and I know, Kathy, you live in Hawaii, so this is all tourism, right? It's being greatly affected, right? There's some industries that have like first impact by the coronavirus, unfortunately, and there's a lot of people that are losing their jobs or losing their homes, that are have to downgrade drastically in the way that they used to live before the pandemic. But I have to say that I'm so fortunate again that our industry is not affected at all. Yes, you heard me right. Our industry is not actually doing okay. It's thriving, especially health and wellness, especially what we do. So what you do matters. The more people that you invite to this business matters. Last month, we brought in altogether 337 new members. Yay! That
Yay!
means that we're doing really, really good. And I think people are having to look for new jobs.
Yes.
There's people that have worked, and I have talked to people that have worked in the hospitality industry, cooks, people that work, like doing the, what was it called, the cleaning, people that, and they done it for years and years, and they don't know how to do anything else.
Right.
And if all the hotels have cut staff, they cannot find another job with the experience that they have. So they're looking for new opportunities. My question to you will be like, are you offering new opportunities? Because if you're not offering them, then you're not going to be thriving. And I think that's what needs to be something that we need to be aware of. Yes, the industry is thriving. Yes, we're thriving as a company and in the US, because this is a great opportunity as an additional income. But now more than ever, you can actually be helping people who are truly hurting economically find a new career. And all they waiting is for somebody to ask. And if you don't ask, somebody from another company would.
That's right.
So
That's
make
right.
sure that you're asking and asking every day and often, and asking for referrals, so people that who can benefit from having additional $1,000 a month.
So, you've been taking our products now for almost 3 months, roughly about 3 months. Have you noticed anything with yourself on the products from Naturally Plus?
I love the products. I adore the products. Like, I'm drinking my Isumio water. I have to tell you, I suffer from eczema
Ah,
for
okay.
over 15 years. As a matter of fact, no, hold on a second. I think I have it here. Yeah, there. I used to put
Ah,
it 3 times a day,
wow.
morning, afternoon, and evening. Because otherwise my hands will start cracking and even bleeding. Okay.
Oh,
And because I work with people, it was embarrassing at one point to shake hands,
mm,
because I was like, okay, hi. I don't want you to see my hands. It only took 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I started putting Isumio water in my hands, and it's gone after 15 years. Yes. Yes.
so when you were putting it on, how were you putting? Were you putting it with gauze and just holding it together, or how were you utilizing it?
Well, my member, which was Ellen, she actually told me what to do. She said, Valerie, you drink your Isumio water, and at the end, you leave a little bit behind, and then you just rub it with your hands like this. So that's what I did, and now I'm even putting it on my face. Yes. I've
Yes.
been learning from you guys. So I do it on my face, and I always have my Myrtle Plus. I'm a Myrtle Plus fan, and that had actually helped a lot. Hmm.
So so the super lutein and the myrtle plus for some, that has actually helped with eczema versus the izumil. So chemically, everybody's made different. So you never know what's going to work for someone faster.
Also, maybe it's a combination of both.
And it's probably the combination. Yes. Yes,
Maybe
it's
that's what
probably
it
the
is.
combination. Yes. So, it's pretty amazing. A lot of people with eczema have seen a very big difference rather quickly with their eczema. And so you're one of them. So that's awesome. So you're
Yeah.
a total fan. Woohoo!
Yeah. I'm a fan. I love the products. Yes.
That's awesome.
My mom takes it, and my sister takes it, and my friends take it. I always have the books. There's the Myrtle Plus book, and there's the Super
Super
Lutein book,
Lutein
and
book,
the
hydrogenized
Hydrogenized
water.
Water book. So I have all three. And every time I talk to somebody, say, okay, so does it help with this? I'm like, hold on one second. So I look at my book. Like, well, it doesn't say that, but I know it helps with a lot of things.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm always
So,
advocating for on behalf of the company and the products. Yes.
so Izumio helps with about 170 known disease models at this time, human and animal. So it's quite a
Mhm.
lot of disease models that it can help with. So if anybody asks you again, you can say, I'm pretty sure it does because it helps with 170 known disease models in human and animals. And so at the very least, it may not get rid of it, but it would definitely help with the symptoms.
I even learned last Thursday that we had Romeo help me co-present the opportunity event. He even told me that is for the heartburn, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm like, oof. I love it
Yep.
even more because I get heartburn all the time.
Are you someone that suffers from headaches?
No, not headaches.
If you know anybody that has migraines, when their migraine starts to come on, they should drink an Izumil. When they drink
Ah.
the Izumil, they won't get that migraine. They might still get a slight headache, maybe, but it won't be where they're incapacitated anymore. There's a lot of people out there with headaches, and super routine and the Izumil helps a lot faster getting the toxins right out of them and
Oh, I'm a
reducing
fan.
level too.
And
Yeah.
left hand. I love left hand.
Oh yes, let's talk about Lifton. Let's talk about Lifton. So, what did you notice with using Lifton? So, Lifton, for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a skincare product. It's a firming serum, and it's part of our skincare line in Japan that they just brought to the United States in August timeframe. And we've all, a lot of people, a lot of members, you have to be a member in order to purchase it. And you have to purchase one of our core products, which is either Super Lutein or Myrtle Plus or a case of Izumio in order for you to actually be able to purchase all of the skincare line. But what did you notice with the Lift On, the firming serum?
I actually started to notice my skin started, glowing a little more, and I see it be more firm.
Mhm, mhm.
Not
So
that it wasn't firm before. I want to make sure that's clear. It's firmer.
it's anti-aging, and then you're also taking these products, which is also anti-aging, and this is age reversal.
Oh, wow. And you know what, actually, I'm telling you, Ellen, she knows how to sell. She actually said, although that lift stand, if I can drink it, I will drink it. I'm like, oh, I want two of those. She sold me. She got me hooked.
I love it. Yeah, so
Mm.
Lift On, I've noticed I just switched to using, I've been using it, but what I did differently was I'd spoken to someone in Hawaii, and she had mentioned that if you want to see a difference, you start using 3 pumps of Liftan, and you give that 3 pumps to maybe a prospect or whatever. You just 3 pumps in their hand, even if they're wearing makeup, put it on one side, let them put it on, and within a half an hour it'll be different. So one side will be lifted and the other side will be droopy. So when they told me that, I said, what? Even if you have makeup on? Because I thought we couldn't put it on with makeup. And they said, yeah, even with the makeup, it's just a sample. You just tell them it's just a sample. And I'm like, okay. And they said 3 pumps, put it on, and they will see a difference just on half of the face. And they will come back and they will purchase it.
Oh, wow.
So
And
I actually started to use 3
Bonita
pumps.
saying that that's true. She did it to her face.
Oh, you did, Bonita? See? Yeah, so I started doing it. And what I noticed is that my double eye came back more defined and it's actually kind of lifted. I know people
So you
probably,
can put it in the eyes?
yeah. And you hold it like this and it soaks in. And you hold it like this and you push up just slightly, push up on your face to get it soaked in like that.
That's what I'm gonna start doing then.
Yeah, because it soaks in and then you go like that. I go like this, and then under here I start going like this because of the bags. Trying to.
Guys, if you don't, if you have yet, if you're a member and if you have yet to try our beauty line, please do so, because that's how we get people to come on board by your recommendation. But if you haven't tried it, then how you gonna recommend something that you haven't tried? So I highly recommend that you get the beauty line, that you start promoting the beauty line as an exclusive product for our membership, because the only way that we're going to be able to get it out to everybody is if we start increasing the number of people who are consuming the product. And I know this is what I heard, and you correct me, Kathy, if I'm wrong, but I heard that you guys ask so much for that beauty line to get here to the States, that now that it's here, now we have to prove that, you know what, yes, we asked because there was a need, and now we're doing so good that we want more products, because I know there's more products that we want from Japan, right?
That's right.
So,
a lot more products.
So guys, please help me. We need to get those products in people's hands so we can open up the line for members and non-members.
Yep, that's right. I mean, that's how we grow, right? Is by sharing. Sharing is caring. You guys care? Share.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
care about somebody, you better share this. And the facial products, I mean, they're amazing. Like, I seriously think, like, I don't know, I started finally using it correctly, because prior to this, I didn't know what I was doing. I slapped everything on and went about my day. And I would only put it on once a day, not even twice a day, because I'm that human. And I started doing it religiously twice a day, only for a week. And I've already noticed changes in my skin. So it's amazing, amazing. And I've used excellent beauty care lines from my auntie who's an esthetician. And so I've used excellent products that was extremely expensive. And this has matched and surpassed.
And once you get it, because I mean, I got mine when I first started and I still have it. So it will last like what, 4 or 5 months, I'm guessing?
No, you're supposed to go through it every month, once a month. Nah,
you almost got me on that one.
it's not,
I put it twice a day.
Yeah, no, it actually does last a lot longer. But I'm not quite sure how long it does last longer, but you know, it does take a while to use it up.
I also want to say one more thing, Kathy, because
yeah.
I know that sometimes we're afraid of the price, okay? But don't be afraid of the price, because when quality always gonna win value.
That's
okay?
right.
There's things that yes, that you put a price to it because you're buying it cheap, you're buying it, you know, that's what you get. What you pay is what you get. Our products, the quality is so good that I actually can tell you, like, the price is like the least of my concerns, because I'm getting such a high quality product. So don't be afraid to talk about our product. And before, when they said, how much does it cost? I'm like, well, before I tell you the cost, let's talk about the benefits of the product.
That's
and
right.
Let's see if you will be a perfect candidate for the products too. I put dates when I started. I used twice a day. The last 3 months.
3 months.
See.
Thank you, Yoshie, for saying that. Yeah.
Are we going to let people ask questions?
Yeah, people can ask questions, but I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't Kathy here, okay?
I her hand because I'm the one that asked her. But But yeah, so Naturally Plus does have the highest quality. That's correct,
Yes.
Francis. And so because of that, it is the quality versus quantity. And also because of that, we see differences. Because of the quality, we see differences in our health, in our skin now. And with doing things where you're taking stuff on the inside, it's gonna come out, and now we're going from the outside coming in. So working that on both sides is going to really make a difference for, all of you as members. And I think that the price, just like Malcolm said, the price is great compared to skincare at Macy's or Nordstrom. Plus, it lasts for many months. That's true. The quality of our products is like no other. It is like no other. So I had asked Mr. Inaba, who's the owner, and I asked him, do you use, the skincare line? Because he's a guy, right? And he said, of course I do. I only use the best. So I only use that because it is the best. And so with that being said, I thought, oh my gosh, a guy uses it, right on. I think that that's very key in that coming out, because guys can use it too. It's not just women. Guys, you guys have skin, you guys can use it too. It doesn't have to just be the women. So women, if you have a husband, slap it on his face too, like
And
that.
a serum like that, with that quality and the ingredients which are unique to the market, okay, the fermented ingredients that are unique to the market. I honestly think that before I used to use a serum, and that serum was $250. Ours it's half the price.
Yeah. Wow. That's very good to know too, because I've used some serums too that was the cost of $300, $350. And it actually didn't work as well as the Liftant just did starting this week. Go figure.
I'm telling you, people pay for beauty.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't working. this one, this is much better. This is much, much better. So, Val, I have another question for you. Where do you see Naturally Plus in the next 5 to 10 years?
Ooh, that's what's exciting. That's what's exciting because, and as a matter of fact, I was talking to Romeo. We were talking to Romeo about the fact that this is a ground floor opportunity still. I know that we've been at it for 6 years, but I think that there's so many more people. I mean, there's 250 million Americans. We haven't even scratched the surface. Yes, there's 1.5 million members all over the world, but the people who are going to grow the states is us. And I honestly think that if we want to represent, I attended the Festa, the World Convention, and I know that we're the smallest, right? Based on the pictures that I saw, like, no way, we're not this small. I'm a little competitive here. I'm like, really? The States?
We're kind of little. Yeah, when we go to Worldwide Festa, don't laugh now. Like, there's like 60 or 70 of us with thousands of people, and it's like, USA.
Doesn't it bother you?
Yes.
I mean, we were, if there's a country that knows how to market and how to sell and how to
the
consume,
US.
it's the US. What the heck is happening with us?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
So
so
crazy.
I see us growing. I'm not gonna say the first millionaire. I want to see at least 20 millionaires here just in the States, and then we're gonna grow. I want to grow Canada. I want to grow Latin America. I want office all throughout America, because every time that I do the opportunity event and I see all the 27 offices on the other side of the world and one office over here by itself, it's like, that needs to change.
That needs to change. I agree. I agree. So, I totally
help
agree.
me, guys. Help me.
I'm trying. So, okay, I have one more question, and then we can open up to other people. How will you help us achieve that goal?
Great question, Kathy. I I think that I can bring a lot to the table. I think the you guys have a great company with great values, with great product, with great leadership, and with great support. But I think that I can bring something new and refreshing to the table. I've been looking for areas of opportunity, so I can tell you some of the things that I have noticed where I can make an impact on. So I noticed that yes, we do have a lot of trainings and events, mostly for the new membership and to bring people on board. But we have not yet provided, like at the level of leadership. So we started working with our leadership series. So get to spirit if you want to know what leadership series are, because we are focusing on developing our leaders to make sure that they pass on the knowledge to you, and they'll help you grow better and faster. Okay, so that's one area. Another area is the duplication strategy. I want to make sure that I'm a big fan of working smarter, not harder. So I see things that we do over and over and over again, and we spend a lot of time on. And even though it's great, I want to make sure that we kind of come up with systems to help us copy and paste a lot of the things that we do repetitively that take time away from the business itself. So we are implementing a lot of we're actually increasing the Yes You Can the Fans TV. We're actually increasing the Fans TV content. We have actually created a list of content for the next 2 years. So you're going to start seeing a lot more content created on a monthly basis and uploaded for you guys. Yes, yes,
That's
yes, yes.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when we first started and we had NP uh, Fans TV, it was all just in Japanese. So of course, a lot of us here in Hawaii, in the States, actually in the United States, we didn't, we didn't join because we didn't understand it. And it would be, they're like, Midori's gonna be on Fans TV. I'm like, in English? They're like, oh no, in Japanese. Satomi's gonna be doing her stuff in Fans TV in English, no, in Japanese. Hey, it defeats the purpose, guys. We're in US. We need the US content.
And
So
that's what I want to do. I want to, because we want to grab a lot of the great Japanese ideas and things that they're doing over there. But I also want us to create material and things that work for the US.
right.
Because yes, even though that we're the same company, they're two different markets with two very different needs. So I want to start adding a lot more to the needs of the average American.
Yeah, thank you for that because I have noticed there's a lot more English content now on the Fans TV, and I think it's very good for all of our members. And I really think that this will help all of our members grow and be able to understand the company, as well as the comp plan, and as well as doing it just the products itself. So I think that this is totally awesome. Like everyone has been making mental notes that things are changing in Fans TV. So so that's a positive. That's a very positive note. All
More
right,
to come.
and more to come. You know, with this being said too, everything is all digital now. So my question is, one more question, sorry, it was one more question, guys, and then I will open it up, I promise. With this digital world, you know, how do you feel like having the Zoom meetings, having all of these Zoom webinars? How do you feel that it's gonna grow? Do you feel that this is gonna go away, or do you think that this is here to stay? The Zoom meetings are here to stay. And how can we use it also to continue to connect with each other across the country, so we don't lose the momentum across our country? Was
Ooh,
that too
Kathy,
long?
you
Sorry.
have touched on a very important topic here, because I honestly think that life changes, people change, business change, and right now all of our lives has somehow got impacted by COVID, right? And we have to adapt. If you cannot adapt, then your business is gonna die. And what you used to do before, it no longer applies. And now we have to meet the needs of the people in the way that we are able and safe to do it. And right now, the way to do it is via Zoom. Right now, the only way to prospecting is through social media, through our phones, in communicating that way. There's no festivals anymore that we can attend. There's no gatherings. There's no me coming to your house. And I don't think that, and I honestly think that that's here to stay, Kathy. I don't think it's going to change. I think we're going to find a new normal, kind of like meet halfway, where we're going to do still the group sessions and stuff. But now we found an outlet. As a matter of fact, I feel very connected with you guys. I don't know any of you personally, and I have not met you in person, but I can tell you this: if it wasn't for Zoom, I wouldn't feel connected to you guys. I wouldn't, I think after 3 months, I feel like so close to you guys, because we see each other every day. Most of the time we see each other every day. So utilize your resources, adapt to technology, even though that you don't feel comfortable. It's okay. You're not going to feel comfortable. We didn't feel comfortable at the beginning, but now that's the way to do business. So I encourage you to get a Zoom account. They're not expensive. Buy the lowest membership. Uh, get in social media. Start finding out more about social media. Start following people, great influencers that are doing tons of business. Tons of business. I'm telling you, our industry is thriving.
Yeah.
Even more so than Uber. Uber slowed down, but we are thriving because we have the perfect demographic. A lot of the millennials don't want anything to do. They don't want to be employees.
Yeah.
They live on the gig economy, right? They want to have
Right.
gigs. This is what I'm doing. I want to be business owners. People want to be entrepreneurial. You have the opportunity to invite people to a business like this and utilize it and use the resources that right now we have, and hopefully later on we find a new normal. But I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're here to stay.
Yeah. I think so. Okay. Thank you. Because some people were wondering, once everything opens up, are we just gonna only have majority is gonna be only in person, or would we still use Zoom? And I feel we would, but you being the professional in the MLM field, you would know more than I would. So you're the expert.
Thank you, Kathy. And not only that, but think about this: the newer generations, right? The millennials,
Mhm.
uh, the Gen X, all of them, what they do is they use everything they do is via their phone. And
Right.
who's going to be the next generation of members or top leaders and entrepreneurs in our industry? Is going to be them. And the social media is part of what they do. Video cameras is part of what they do. That's how they don't like talking over the phone. They like texting. Right? They like chatting. They actually feel very uncomfortable. They have a hard time meeting somebody and having a live conversation.
Yeah, they do. And at least Zoom gives us that ability. So and it's true. I feel much closer to you because I've seen you every week.
Yes,
I've seen
sometimes
you
twice a
every
week,
week, sometimes
three
twice
times
a
a
week, sometimes
week.
3 times a week. Yeah. So I think I definitely feel closer to everyone because of it. And all right.
That's
So
right, Laurie.
this
They
is,
need here to
I know,
prosper.
right? So now I think that answered like all of the questions I had. I'm so sorry I took up everyone's time with all of my questions, but I will open it up. If you guys want
Please
to use the chat, you guys can use the chat, and we can definitely answer. So let's see if there was
ask
anything.
away
Ask away. She's an open book
for the most part.
for the most part. So it basically everyone seems to have loved the interview, and getting to know you, Val. So it was good that we accomplished this goal, letting people know who you are. So let's see. Oh, and yeah, everybody needs Myrtle Plus because they're always staring at their screens. That's very true. We need our Myrtle Plus or your super lutein to protect the back of your macula so you don't go blind. So everybody needs to take these things right here. Okay, gotta take these. It'll help you so you don't go blind. I have increased the amount of capsules I'm taking now because of all the Zoom meetings. Because I did notice at one point that it was affecting my eyes and making my eyes dry, actually, which it hasn't been dry in a long time. So I did notice that.
You already have the new formula.
Yes, the new formula. And yes, and we have
Fancy
new
you.
formula. So, well, I have actually, mine is Japan formula at the moment. I had one of my downlines pick it up
Woo.
for me and send it to me from Japan because I didn't know when the new formula was coming out. And normally we travel to Japan in October, and I was running out because I haven't been able to travel to Japan. I normally go there at least 2 times a year, not 3. And I didn't even go once. So I was dying without my products.
Oh,
Oh,
Romeo, thank
Romeo.
you. Thank you, thank you. You guys don't have any questions, any comments?
No questions, no comments. I can open it up where you guys can
Oh,
unmute yourselves if you'd like.
yeah.
You guys can unmute yourselves and ask.
Thank you. Hi, Valerie. This is Laurie.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. I'm getting my nails done, so I'm in. I had to be on. Anyway, hey, listen. Aside of the pandemic
Mhm.
and before you came to NP, did you see a trend that uh, not just network marketing, but other markets were heading toward the high tech, like with Facebook and all the other social media, because it seemed like that's what was happening in the trend, and the pandemic just really enhanced it, and it just really made it, you know, uh, like we needed to do that. It was prevalent that we're moving in that way. Did you see it moving that way even before the pandemic?
As a matter of fact, not only seen it, but I done it. The company that I was with previously, um, all we did and how we grew the company was through social media. And social
Yes.
media, social media is attached to generations. So depending on what generation you're trying to target. So for example, if you're trying to target people under 40s, the best venue to get them is Facebook. Okay. If you're trying to get people that are the younger generations, they're not on Facebook, they're on Instagram.
Wow. See, that's the
So,
kind of information
Or
that's really.
TikTok. TikTok, TikTok.
or TikTok, yes, yeah, I used to sell on. I have TikTok videos. I do.
Wow.
So
You know,
yes,
yeah, because I'm so inept with Facebook and all that, and I'm kind of learning, and you know, I, I have to learn how do we learn to do these things to become more efficient, and so do we just go by trial and error? What do you
no.
suggest?
What we're trying to do, Laurie, is first thank you for the question, because I think that is in everybody's minds. We all trying to, maximize our efforts. We all trying to grow our business. And I think that the people whoever's not on social media needs to get on social media, because that's a great prospecting tool that it's free, and we're missing out on. So I have committed to come up with a training for all the Natural Plus members with social media. Okay, so I will provide that in the next coming week. So you will see a training coming from me on social media. I think I want to do two. First, I'm going to do it like an intro, and then I want to do something about Facebook and something about Instagram. I don't think we want to go all the way to TikTok, because TikTok is the way younger generation, and I think that that's far away from us. But if we can somehow see it as a first phase, Facebook, and then second phase, we can do Instagram. What I recommend you do is do not wait for me. I think I said that to some people last week. Do not wait for me. Create, if you don't have a Facebook account, guess what? They're very intuitive. They're very
Great.
intuitive.
Wow, that's
So
exciting.
just create it and start following people who are advertising their business and network marketing. And we all know somebody, right? That does a different type of network marketing. So find out what they do. What I can say is, please don't go out there and sell. We don't sell, we share. And it's important that we know that we utilize social media. People follow you and you need to become an influencer. That's actually what they call them in social media, influencers. So you become an influencer, but not influencer by saying, buy Sumio from me, this is how much it costs. And no. It's more kind of like, I'm gonna live the vision and the mission of the company. I'm gonna advertise healthy living. I'm going to advertise good nutrition because that's the company that we are, right? I'm going to wear the logo. I'm going to stick to specific colors, right? Because our colors are white, blue, and green. And I want to make sure that, because if we have all kinds of colors, people relate to colors. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So yes, people relate to colors. Like, what colors Target? Red, right? What colors Walmart? Blue, correct? So you kind of have to brand yourself, brand your page, and start engaging with people, and start
Wow.
posting stuff that people will find attractive, more so than selling the product.
Wow. Just that little tidbit that you're giving us is already exciting to me. And I appreciate your forward movement and, your forward thinking. Now, one more question about Facebook. I do have an account. I mean, I'm on Facebook and I'm not kidding, hundreds and hundreds of people who want to friend me. What do you suggest? Because I don't friend them. I don't even acknowledge it. What do I do
Oh,
with these?
those could be tons and tons and tons of customers. Yes.
I'm not
You're
kidding.
missing
I
out,
had
girlfriend.
hundreds. I don't even know them.
Well, and there's you have a good point, Lori. There's also some fake accounts. Okay, so we have to be careful with those. So for the fake accounts, very quickly, you just go and before you friend somebody, go to the account. If they don't have nothing but their picture, I wouldn't friend them. Because they're not good accounts, so I wouldn't friend them. But if they're friends of friends, if you never use Facebook, I'm pretty sure they're probably friends that you had or acquaintances that you probably met a long time ago, and they saw you like, oh look, there's Lori, so they send the friend request. So go
Thank
through
you.
them.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. A million thanks.
All right,
Terrific.
nice to meet
Terrific.
you.
All right.
Okay, so we have another question. Thank you so much, Laurie. We have another
Same here. Yeah.
question. We have another question from Yoshie Sandoval. She said, thank you so much for this opportunity, Kathy, and great advice, Val. My question to Val, what would you do if you are a member to promote? Which and how would you use I think it's supposed to be SMS. So I
Social
think
media.
I think SNS. What is SNS? Sorry, Yoshie, maybe I should ask you to unmute yourself.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, Val.
Hey,
And
Yoshi.
thank you, Kathy.
You're
Yes, it's
welcome.
social network. Yeah, SN, what? Social network services, right? Social networking
Network
services,
services.
SNS.
Okay.
So it is like, yeah, she already
Social
kind of
media.
answered the Facebook for the 40s and up,
Ah,
and
okay.
the younger for.
You know what works very well is create a blog. A blog works perfectly fine. It actually, and you can point people to the blog where you say, for more information about this topic, go to my blog. And you actually see a lot of people on Facebook advertising their blog because that's where they put a lot more content, a lot resources. See, for social media, you have to give before you get. Right? So there's no such thing as me getting members, because that will be me getting. First I have to be a resource to the community. So how can you add value? What can you bring? And actually we're talking about one of our newest members, and he goes to the gym every day, right? And we were talking with him, and I said, well, you don't need to be a new person. You don't need to change yourself. But if you're a fit person, then think about me being fit and promoting fitness as a whole, right?
Mhm.
And exercises that I already do. So that's a way that I can contribute to people. Me being fit, and then like drinking my Sumio while I do my exercise and taking my pictures, without actually saying it that I'm selling it, or that's the company that I'm promoting. But that's who I am. Now there's other people that might be more into cooking. Well, then I'm gonna do a recipe blog, healthy recipe blog, right?
Yeah.
So whatever is
I
it that your strength
Okay.
is, and how you promote healthy living, I will start looking into creating a blog. Using hashtags are very important too to generate more fans. There's hashtags, there are key hashtags that you have to use. And I don't know if you guys know what the hashtags are for, but every time that you put a hashtag, and let's say, for example, if I do hashtag healthy living on every single one of my posts, so when somebody types on Facebook healthy living, they're gonna see my post, whether I'm friends with them or not.
Right. Okay.
Pinterest is also important for the people that are between 35 and 45. Pinterest is really good.
Okay.
I love Pinterest. I save all my recipes to Pinterest.
Pinterest is really good.
And of course,
All
I use
right. Well,
Facebook because I'm in that age group. And of course, I do have a Instagram account, but I don't use it very much because I'm not in that age
right.
group.
Well, you need to attract that age group, girlfriend. I'm not that age group either, and I'm there. So it's not how old you are, Kathy, it's how you feel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me just keep drinking these things
Yes, I feel like 20.
And lift that.
and live on. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yes,
Okay. Well, thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Valerie and
thank you.
Kathy.
All
Thank
right,
you
Valerie,
so
you
much.
look
You.
20. You look 20, Valerie.
right. Thank you. See,
I know my auntie was here, and when she heard you say that your daughter was 22, she stood up on my couch. I was like,
it's the lift in. It's the lift in.
my auntie couldn't believe it. She goes, "What? Is she? Is that right?"
22, believe it or not.
Yes, my auntie was in shock because she thinks you're so young.
I am young.
You are young. You are young, and you look
Young at heart.
younger.
What is that,
Yeah.
Amy?
Val, I wanted to say, Kathy asked you how you were going to help us help Naturally Plus in the future, in whatever next 5 years, whatever. I feel that since you've come to Naturally Plus, you've done so much. We didn't have a lot of the trainings that you have put on, and I feel like you've helped us to connect more, and you've helped us to be more accountable, and you're motivating us to work, to do something, to do our business, not just sit on our ocoles, but to actually work. And I appreciate that. I see a big difference since you've come to Naturally Plus. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Amy. That means the world to me, because sometimes, you don't know the difference that you're making. I just hope that I somewhat make a difference, but thank you. That means the world to me. And yes, I always say it, you guys made a decision to have a business, but don't just have an average business. If you really want to be a business owner, then make a plan, work towards it. Your business is where it's at today based on the effort that you have put yesterday. If you want your business to thrive, then start putting more effort today, and you're going to start seeing the results a couple months down the road. So, and I can tell you that it's not only me. I mean, I am the voice, but the entire company is very excited, and we all want the NPUSA to grow. We all want to see you guys thrive. and to have huge organizations just like the people across the pond have, because I know that we have the potential. I know that that you guys are amazing. You guys have amazing backgrounds and great leaders. And I think that we're the right team to take the company to the next level. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. I'm sure everyone feels the same way. Yeah, thank you.
It means the world. Thank you.
Yep. So if there isn't any more questions and no one else wants to unmute yourself. Oh. So Romeo said, Val, you have brought a ton of positive energy. You are an encourager and motivator, belief builder. Ah.
Yay, yay, yay.
I have a question. You work with the Spanish community. I wanted to know is it any different, the way they do business compared to the way we do business?
Yes. There's little nuances. I mean, I'm pretty sure the same way, the same thing happens when you work with the Japanese culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're Japanese American, you're still Japanese somewhat, but there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that Latinos who live in the U.S., there's a difference. And there is a difference with Latinos who live in the country of origin. There's difference, but I think that we more, we embrace sales a lot more. We're not afraid to approach people. I think that we're more aggressive on the way that we approach and sell. Like, I think that's you guys are what I noticed, and I could be wrong, but we're more subtle. And I think that the Latino communities that I have worked with, they're more upfront, they're more aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
In the business. Mm-hmm. Now, as it relates to personality, they're very passionate. They're very emotional. A lot of people are highly emotional. So they have to love what they do in order to get them. They're very relationable. So they're gonna have to like you, and that's why I said find somebody that's bilingual, because that's where you're gonna find a relationship with. They won't follow you just to follow you. You have to build a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. They're emotional. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But they're go-getters too. They're big drivers.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And they like money.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. I have two ladies in my team that are Latinos. So yeah, that really helps. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to connect you with them one day.
Absolutely. Yes. Bring them. We're actually doing the training that we're doing. We're doing we're doing one opportunity event 1 week, and the next week we're doing a product knowledge, where when we talk to them about the oxidative stress, we talk to them about the carotenoids, the pictogenol. So we talk more about the ingredients and how those benefit the body and our overall health. So if you want to invite them, I know many of you already have, but that's what we're doing. So this coming Thursday, we're doing opportunity event, and then the following Thursday's product, and so on. We rotate.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Wow, thank you, Amy, for asking that question. I'm sure that's helped others as well. Rowena T, you raised your hand, and I'm not sure if you raised it by mistake or if you actually had a question and I questioned you in the chat. And I've also asked you to either unmute or show your camera, but you haven't. So I'm going to assume that it was in error, and I'm going to lower your hand. But does anyone else have questions?
No, she raised it again.
She raised it again. Okay, but Rowena, I need you to either like unmute yourself or I'm not sure.
Valerie, this is Laurie again.
Hey, Laurie.
Hey, I just love you. I mean, you're incredible. You're too awesome.
Aww.
Anyway, yeah, and you're beautiful. I love your hair. Anyway, I'm back in my car. I'm on my way home. But I was thinking, what is your 5-year goal for Naturally Plus here in America? I know that you said you want to build it and get it, and I know that you're a visionary and you're just really a forward-moving person. So where do you want to bring Naturally Plus, the United States of America, by the year 2005? I mean 2015. Excuse me.
2015.
No,
I mean
2050.
2025. 2020. Excuse me. Pardon me. Kathy, no laugh.
Too late. I'm cracking up.
Okay.
No
So
laugh,
let's,
Kathy.
okay. Here's what I want to do in the next 5 years. Okay.
Thank you.
I want to double the number of Summit members. I want to triple the number of Spirit members. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, on average, we have about, like 15,000 members in the States, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to get that to 50,000.
Got it.
Yep.
And how many CFCs do you see?
CFCs. At least, I mean, I don't like, I like the saying under promise and over deliver. That's
right. Right.
But so far, I think that just in the next year, I think that we're gonna have about, I'm gonna say about 3 in the next
All right.
year. In the next year,
Thank you.
So if we can have 15 in the next year, that'll be the next 5 years will be awesome.
Fabulous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. God bless. Aloha. I'm going to go drive home now.
Mahalo.
Bye.
Right on.
All right. So thank you so much for answering everyone's questions. It doesn't look like there's anyone else that has any questions, and no one's put anything more into the chat. So, Val, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank
you for spending this time with us, for sharing yourself with us.
You didn't answer Rowena.
What's her question? I never saw a question. I asked her if she had a question. She never asked. And I've asked her to unmute herself. I've asked her to show her video, and I don't see.
Can we unmute Bonita? Maybe she knows the question.
Maybe Bonita. Maybe she asked you.
No, she said she's having trouble unmuting herself.
All she has to do is click the button, or she can type in the chat if that's but I don't know what the question is, so okay. I don't know how to help.
I'll tell her to tell me.
Yeah, I clicked it again, asking her to unmute, asking her to start video. Sorry, I mean, I don't know what more I can do. So
if we don't get to answer your question and you have a question for me, I'm online. Okay, look me up online and text me your question, and I'll be more than happy to answer it and talk to you.
Who's it?
And for everybody too, right? I'm approachable. You guys can reach out to me.
Okay, bye.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry and Jim. Yeah. Okay. Did she answer you?
She said no problem. She said she'll contact her later.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bonita.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Bonita. I was like, what do you mean? There wasn't any question.
No questions.
Yeah,
okay.
Questions.
All right.
Okay.
She said to tell Valerie it's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too. And I love helping you, Bonita. And I know that we're gonna partner up many times. But we have our training. I'm gonna talk to you on Monday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So we can. Mm-hmm.
That training, that just to say a little bit about that training is so needful and so inspiring, and it just helps you. You're learning how to be a leader and learn the things that you need to do. So I'm loving it. So, but thank you very much.
Yeah.
Doing that with us. It's like the best ever.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so for those of you, it's there's a training that Valerie started doing for all of the Spirit and Above members, and it's a leadership training. And this leadership training is basically really helping us to, we're going through a workbook, and through this workbook we're expanding our horizons, I should say. So like Val had mentioned earlier, if you want to learn, you know, more about it, you want to join it, hit Spirit. And you can join us on our training session that we have with her. And it's a really good, it's not that hard. At first I thought, what, I have to read what, homework, oh my god, I'm out. But
Kathy, is that the one on Monday?
it's on Tuesdays, I think. Wait, isn't it on
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
I missed that one. Was it posted online?
Who
Yes,
said that?
multiple times,
I
Amy.
can't find it.
It's in the Spirit group.
Oh, okay. I didn't look on that one.
You're either in the morning or the evening or afternoon group.
And then now you have to play catch up. So you're gonna have to do, if you're joining the evening one, you're gonna have to be one of the speakers.
What?
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 Don't scare her, Kathy. Don't scare her. No, just reach out to me, Amy. I'll fill you in.
You
I
gotta
was out for, I was out for
So
like a
bad.
week and a half. I was in the hospital with my mom, so I
Oh yeah.
didn't check any of the Line app or anything, so I missed a lot of messages.
Spirit.
Don't
yeah,
worry about it.
Spirit. Don't worry, we'll get it.
Yeah,
She'll
I'll
get it
look.
to you.
We'll
She'll get it to you.
we'll fill you in. Just save the date for Tuesday.
Tuesday, 4
Tuesday.
p.m.
4 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, Tuesday, 4 p.m. Because I know she's the afternoon person. She's not gonna do the morning at 7.
Oh, okay.
I know, Amy.
Well,
I just want to thank you guys. Thank you all for attending. I know that for many people here in the States, it's late already, but thank you for staying late. Thank you for attending the interview. I feel so honored and so appreciative that I even was bragging with Ellen. I'm like, look, I got my very first flyer, Ellen. I'm so happy.
it was nice. It was really nice. All that.
That was beautiful. So Kathy, I appreciate you so much. Thank
You're
you
so
for all you
welcome.
do. You're amazing. Not
Yes.
only thank you for the interview, but for everything you do. She's helping us also to broadcast the opportunity events for the Hawaii
yeah.
membership. So
She's
thank
amazing.
you. And for every other training that we do, corporate, I mean, Kathy is the one usually controlling all of our Zoom meetings. And she's always making sure that we look on point, that we shine, that she's spotlighting us, and the recordings turn out great. So thank you for
You're
everything.
making
You're
noise.
welcome.
If you're making noise, she's the one that cuts you off.
Yes. Keep you online.
I'm a little quick on that. Like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Like,
So, love you, Kathy. Thank you.
Love
Thank you.
you, Kathy.
I love you guys too. No, so Val, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I really appreciate it. Everyone that joined the webinar tonight, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure spending this evening with you. We will do this again another time, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget that tomorrow is Sunday. I believe that there is a Japanese speaking webinar around 5 p.m. Hawaii time, I think. But yep, other than that, we will see you guys for sure next week, Thursday, as I will be featured doing co-hosting with Valerie on Thursday. So please join us at 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 7 p.m. Chicago time, and I guess 5 p.m. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. actually Pacific on Thursday. And then I do the replay of that same event. It's going to be at 7:30 Hawaii time, 9:30 Pacific, and it would be actually what, 11:30 in Chicago. So so Val's not joining that one live, but she will be there in spirit. Her head is on the pillow sleeping, but but I will be answering questions at the 7:30. I do it every week that she has one. I hold the replay, and then I do question and answers after, along with another additional testimonial that you haven't heard.
And that's on what day?
That's on every Thursday,
Thursday.
except for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
She's
you.
giving us a day off on Thanksgiving.
And Saturday, we have the special rally
And
too. So guys,
Saturday is our special rally. Yes.
where we
Saturday.
have a guest speaker, actually one of the youngest CFCs. I know somebody mentioned how many CFCs you wanna have, as many as you guys want to be CFCs. So if you're really aiming high, if you really want to do everything, if you want to thrive in this business, then you want to listen to her. And she's going to be there. Ono's going to help us with translation. And as a matter of fact, I will just save the date because I think it's going to be a great rally on Saturday. So
It is.
thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful rest evening and weekend. And we'll be in touch. I have a lot of trainings with you guys during the week. So I'll see you around.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night, Valerie. Good night, Kathy. Thanks a lot.
Adios, amigos.
God bless everybody.
Good night.
I love that. Bye. Let's do that.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Aloha.
Mahalo.
Good night.
Aloha.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Francis.
Vicky.
Bye, Bonita.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
now. Good
Michael.
night. Really appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Kathy.
I'll see you soon.
We'll be in touch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mwah.
I love
Thank
it.
you. I love you.